This video chapter lesson reviews part 6 of the N400 application. If you have a copy of your original N400, please have it with you during this lesson to follow along. Remember, your interviewing officer has a copy of the exact application you sent the United States Citizenship and Immigration Service. If you don't have a copy of the N400, be sure to download a copy from our website. Part 6 of the N400 is about your former residents and employers. We will look at the different ways the questions can be asked or expressed. There is more than one way to ask the same question. You will have to make sure you can spell correctly different information asked of you about your current and previous employers. We will help you understand each question and vocabulary. Remember to answer all questions fully and accurately.
Upgrade your membership today to America's best citizenship program, now for less than 11 cents a day, and join our VIP area. Easier, better, and faster access to more than 42 high-resolution video lessons, quality MP3s of interview questions and answers, better navigation of all 500 learning activities with instant same-day membership, and no more advertisements or commercials interrupting your lessons. Upgrade now and join the thousands of members who have become U.S. citizens.
Your interviewer wants to know your full background history. This includes every address where you have lived during the last 5 years and every place of employment. In part 6 of the N400, you were to have listed every address where you have lived during the last 5 years, including in other countries. You must remember the dates you lived in those addresses and know all the states, cities, zip codes, and countries. You must also memorize everywhere you have worked during the last 5 years. If you are a student, you must also memorize what school or schools you have attended during the past 5 years. You must include military service. If you worked or now work for yourself, please be sure to tell your interviewer you were self-employed. Let's get familiar with the following words: current, during, latest, list, include. You will have to put to memory different names, dates, and addresses of past residencies and employers. Here are some of the possible questions that can be asked of you from Part 6, Section A of the N400 about your home addresses. Where have you lived during the last 5 years? Have you lived in the same address for the last 5 years? Can you tell me how long you've been at your current address? What was your address before you lived in your current address? Have you lived anywhere else in the last 5 years? How long have you lived at your current address? How long have you lived at this current address? How long have you lived where you live now? What was your previous address? What was your last address? Where did you live before? When did you begin living at that address? When did you move to that address? When did you leave that address? Where else have you lived since you became a permanent resident? How many times have you moved in the last 5 years? The United States Citizenship and Immigration Service can ask you where you have worked or attended school for the past 5 years. You must know all the exact dates you worked at your previous jobs, including your current job. Use the following phrases to talk about your job. I've worked there for, I used to work at, I work at, I started in, I left in.
Order your CD today to receive VIP access to our new online citizenship school, where you'll not only find the 100 questions, but much, much more. You'll learn to answer each question exactly the way you would on the day of your interview by clicking here.
What is the supreme law of the land? The Constitution.
It's that easy. So what are you waiting for? Your CD or MP3 player order gives you access to the best and most complete learning experience available anywhere. Order now.
Here are some of the possible questions that can be asked of you from Part 6, Section B of the N400 about your past and current jobs. What is your occupation? What is your job title? What do you do at your job? Do you like your job? Where do you currently work? What schools have you attended in the last 5 years? What is the name of your current employer? What are the names of your previous employers? What is the address of your employer? What are the addresses of your previous employers? What are the addresses of the schools you have attended in the previous 5 years? How long have you worked at your current job? Are you self-employed? Spell your employer's name. What do you do? Have you had any other jobs in the last 5 years? When did you begin that job? Have you worked anywhere else since you came to America? Do you remember the dates you worked there? Do you have a job right now? To test what you just learned in this video chapter lesson, be sure to watch our practice interview videos.